But here you go. If you're looking at the first frame of the video, which I don't know why I didn't cut this chunk out. Oh shoot! I think I rendered the wrong piece. I'll have to fix that in post. Don't worry about it. And now, yeah, you know how I love it when they start a level and they're just like, "All right, jump."
How often does Lara begin a stage by falling somewhere?
A large quantity of them.
It seems to happen quite a bit. Also,
Well,
this is
she
once
ended
again
the
a very
last
dark
stage falling.
area.
She ended the last stage about to fall down a hole, so that's fine. Oh, I think we found some more Russian miners.
Are we finally seeing some, like... Okay, so this... We got, like, cave wall painting things here. Right? Maybe? Is that what those are supposed to be?
Yeah, we have... Ah! Spike wall.
Oh, and there's another one.
So this is where we live now.
Quick, get through the cage. Oh, you gotta...
I should have... Actually, you should push it, but whatever, this also works.
Did it stop the wall?
Yeah, the wall stopped, it's fine.
Clearly, a moving wall does not have the power to push aside a cage.
It's fine. The spikes don't quite touch me, so I can push it back out of the way and push my way back through. It's fine.
And it won't start moving again, because why would it?
It's fine. Why do you doubt me when I say it's fine? Also, the rats are really persistent, but now no more.
So does this area loop around and let us actually get out of here, or...
Here we go.
Okay. So now we're in the Cave of Wonders.
So you remember how... Oh, wolf, good.
How did he get here?
It's fine. That. Wolfie, please. Alright, so you know how our entire point was to find that golden mask in the photograph?
Sure.
Well, found it.
That seems fast.
Oh, whoop.
Oh, hi. Suddenly the ghosts aren't ghosts anymore.
Whoopsies. Yeah, all those ghosts, they're alive now. It's like throughout the rest of the game. Yeah.
It's the magic of the mask. Are they hostile as well now?
Nope, they're not. At least as long as you don't shoot them.
Oh, they're just running around like they're hostile?
Yeah, they're hostile to something that they can't reach. Like, legit, they're actually a really good source of figuring out if you need to get behind a door, if they're running at the door angrily and then run away. It means that something is hostile behind that door.
Okay, so now what?
Well, we can't get wherever they're trying to go, so time to try to figure out how to get out of this incredibly blue cave.
I mean, yeah, we got what we came here for, so why don't we just leave now?
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
How long is it gonna take us to get out of here?
Look at the video, boy. We're good. And this is where we get introduced to goldfish.
I don't see any gold. I see a fish.
It's exactly the same fish that was underneath the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
That should tell you everything you need to know.
They're native to Alaska too. Why not?
Maybe they were imported to China.
Maybe
by some twist of fate.
Maybe they're just native to natural underground lakes that are a mile beneath the surface of the earth.
I can't say otherwise.
A lot of people apparently died here.
Guess they couldn't get out.
And then got eaten by the rats that are nibbling at your ankles.
Yeah. I can't tell if the skeletons are Russian boys or Aleutian Inuit boys.
Well, I mean, they're skeletons. They don't really have distinguishing features.
So they're probably Russian then. Because Aleutian Inuit boys all turned into ghosts.
How many rats are there in here?
Enough to eat 2 Russians, apparently. I just wanted a health pack, dang it.
Well, you need it now.
So you'll be happy to know that once I get into the next room, we start a very long string of player errors.
Oh, good.
Like, an absurdly long string of player errors. I question myself how I'm allowed to play video games.
Is it because you were trying to get all the secrets?
No, it's me just trying to progress.
This means that I would probably be stuck there for eternity, then.
Well, it's not that it's really hard to figure out where to go, it's just actually going. When the entire world will kill you if you touch it. You'll see. It's extremely stupid, and I love it.
Ah, the return of the breaking floor over the spikes.
You know, as you do.
I like how those spikes are just completely soaked in blood, too.
Well, I mean, they sent a lot of Russians through here.
But there aren't any skeletons at the bottom.
The skeletons were eaten by the spikes.
Little known fact, spikes actually subsist themselves on skeletons.
And you know, and I learned this really terrifying fact recently. It turns out that every one of us has a skeleton inside of us.
Gasp.
Shock. So to get its skeleton, it will like kill you. That is why the spikes are all bloody.
That's the actual reason you gotta look out for spikes. See, it's not because they're sharp or anything. It's because they're
out to eat your skeleton.
Yeah, yeah.
More specifically, they're out to eat the skeleton that lives inside of you.
I appreciate that this pushable block has a face on it.
I still really want to do Tomb Raider 3 just to watch your reaction to her pushing the blocks that are just covered in naked women. Both hands directly on the boobs, as God intended.
Oh, there's a secret. And you never would have known if you didn't try to push the block again.
Correct. Oh, by the way, have the same music sting again.
Is this just a load of gems that are on the walls above us?
I think it's crystalline geode stuff, yeah.
You know, those could be very...
Well, this doesn't look scary.
Oh.
Oh, rip me. Up, bite. Ooh.
Oops.
So begins the player errors.
Trigger the boulder and then go out of the way. Gosh, that's such an amateur mistake.
Mistake.
But yeah, like, crystals are generally pretty, especially when they're this size. Like, you know, they're usually pretty valuable, Lara.
Oh, trust me, you've seen nothing about value yet.
Just scrape a couple off the walls, you know.
Oh, you're just gonna have a field day when she actually gets to the end of this passage. Because as valuable as this is, it's nothing compared to what's coming up. Oh, blue cave again. We still have angry Inuit boys down here.
Okay.
They're still angry. But now they're angry with the door open. And really, when someone's enraged, don't you just want to open all the doors between you and them?
Uh-huh.
Do we need to drop down again?
Yeah, because we opened a door down there. That entire thing was to open a door.
So why aren't they hostile to Lara?
Because we are the holder of the mask, presumably.
Okay,
I think the ghosts were originally at rest and the Russians came and ruined everything, and that's why they're angry at the Russians.
But why wouldn't they just assume that Lara is just another Russian?
Because she talks like an Englishwoman.
They wouldn't have any sort of, like, frame of reference for this.
Okay, well this is a very... You might notice something rather odd here. Notice how that gold spatter is... Oh.
Hi, guys. I just let them handle this.
Yeah. No, it is better to let them handle it, because if she targets everyone, if you shoot one of them, then you have 3 more angry boys to deal with. So just let them do it.
Clearly they can take care of this situation.
Now you might notice that there's some very odd patchwork with the gold on the ground.
Yeah.
It turns out there is a reason for this. Rip in peace, Russian boys. All the guns in the world versus 3 angry Inuit spearmen.
It's just like some Scooby-Doo sequence at the end there. Just running in and out between all the pillars while being chased.
Anyway, so the gold patchwork is very odd in this room. It's almost as if it was just... It's almost as if a river of gold flowed through here and then just went away.
Maybe it's fake gold. The last stage was called Fool's Gold, after all.
Well, I mean, I think that was just a sick burn at the Russians. Is that liquid gold?
No, it's liquid yellow.
So we're going to enter an area that has too much kinetic energy. Just too much. Just so much kinetic energy, right?
I don't believe you.
So, what I'm trying to say is Laura should not be able to survive the next level. In any way, shape, or form.
But this game is supposed to be realistic.
Well, I mean, it's true. Liquid gold is extremely hot and kills you when you touch it. That is too much liquid gold. The narrator speaks. He was unaware of just how much liquid gold he could find in one location. Alright, are you ready for some player errors? Because I'm ready for some player errors. Rip.
I like how she just lands on the surface of it and doesn't, like, sink in or anything.
Well, I mean, it takes a second to start sinking. And then, whoopsies.
Oh, okay.
I guess I better have that flare on when I arrive.
Shouldn't that be, like, illuminating itself?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, liquid gold should be glowing. Yeah, that's fair.
The one time that something should be luminescent, and it's not.
Don't put your hand in that waterfall.
Yeah, that blocky, that blocky gold fall there. That's real nice.
I just stepped off and died. Because of course I did.
So how warm do you think this room is?
There's too much kinetic energy in this room. It should be entering Laura and turning her into a kinetic energy fireball. However, you see, that was the base of the waterfall. And you know what feeds waterfalls? Rivers.
I mean, technically you can't call it a waterfall.
You know what? You know what fuels liquid falls? Liquid rivers. There is so much gold here. This has been ostensibly flowing for thousands of years. How much gold can one river have in 1,000 years?
Also, I'm pretty sure that there aren't any gold rivers in the world.
Well, I mean, we found one. It's right here.
I think that if we were to find a flowing river of gold in reality, it would become a real hot ticket resource. Quite
I think that
quickly.
I think we would finally find the thing that could kill the gold standard.
Well, there's just liquid coming down in a fall.
And it's been flowing
everywhere.
for literal years. The sheer quantity of gold in this location is mind-boggling. So yeah, I go back to my original statement I put on Discord yesterday. You know how you call your expansion pack Tomb Raider 2 Gold, and you're just like,
Maybe we need to put all the gold into it.
So I skipped the part where I attempt this jump about 20 times.
That's a good camera angle right there.
That's why I thought you should do the jump. But no, you should not.
Alas.
I finally cottoned on it's probably not it.
Alara can't quite make that jump.
And it was here I accidentally found the way forward. Good.
Boy, it's a good thing you still have all these flares.
Heaven knows that the cave is dark because it's a cave and isn't full of an extremely hot luminescent liquid.
Oh, well.
Ow. It's fine. I don't know. The platforming in this section is just weirdly hard, and I don't really know why.
I was just half expecting you to miss that jump, too.
I cut out the part where I did. And you know what else is in these caves that are full of liquid gold?
Enemies?
Birds. Why are there birds in the Gold River Cave?
Because... why not?
Alright, let's count the questions. Why is there so much gold? Why is there a river of gold? How long has this river of gold flown? Why is it in a cave? So why is there a Gold River Cave? Why are there birds in the Gold River Cave? Why are there spikes with blood on them? Oh, and those birds? They are the worst. They made this next bit take 8 tries.
Maybe the birds are made of gold, too.
Because the birds, they don't do a lot of damage because they're just birds. You know? I can survive being clawed by a bird. It is true. But... Bird, please. Bird. 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 You know what the birds can do, though? They can move. They can make Laura shift position about, an 1/8 of a block.
I like how they're like crows as well.
Golda crows.
Yeah. Everybody knows that crows are drawn to shiny objects after all, right?
Oh, it's true. And what is shinier than a literal river of gold?
Yeah, you know.
The only reason they're still alive is every time they try to get close to the gold, the heat updraft keeps them away. Anyways, this took 8 tries. Because you may notice a problem real quick. I'm attacking birds.
And they're going to knock you off the platform.
I'm on fire. Help. I don't know how I erred. You know when they kill you so hard that you don't even get a ragdoll? Okay. This is the one for realsies.
Should I believe you?
I think this is the one for realsies. Don't worry, I'll find a way to end up in that, like, no ragdoll position once again. Because I'm about to do a dumb thing. See that hole in the gold?
Okay.
This is fine. Oh, look. Someone stashed
a secret.
Gold bars in the river of gold.
Yeah, how did they get it here?
Maybe it's natural forming gold bars. Wasn't that a Battlefield Earth joke people made, though? That, like, Turl wants the gold bars.
Oop.
Oop. And... he's like, go mine for gold, and they break into Fort Knox, and they give him gold bars, and he just does not realize that's not how gold works.
This would require me to know anything about Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, the alien makes them mine for gold, and then they break into Fort Knox and steal all the gold bars. Oop. And then the alien doesn't understand that they definitely did not mine that gold.
Naturally forming gold bars.
Well, I mean, we have more evidence of it this game.
Clearly, it must be how it works.
You can't walk to the edge and stop in this game. Well, on this platform.
Good.
Because you just step straight into the gold and die.
Of course you do.
So anyways, that was all for a secret. Because the way forward is this way.
Ugh.
Oh, I triggered a trap by existing.
What's this trap gonna be? Oh.
The same one as seen like 6 other times in the main game.
How did they get that here?
I don't know why I didn't step out of the way, but oopsies.
Also, how did they... I know I pointed this out, I think in the first game, but how did they get these traps to just, like, move in perpetual motion?
They just needed to be very efficient and work for like an hour. And then, the player's not going to stick around that long.
But if you do, it's never going to stop moving.
Well, okay, how about this? You prove your thesis by standing around one of the traps for an hour.
It's got infinite energy.
I've done my part. You're like, oh, this doesn't look like too hard a jump, right? It would take a total sucker to miss this jump. It's fine. Now you might be thinking, gee, that sure is a lot of gold, and I want to take a swim, but I don't want to die. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just fall in water for once? This seems like a physically implausible area.
How is there a pool of water right next to the River of Gold?
Well, the River of Gold can't go any further because it hits the water and goes solid.
And how did the bear get here?
It lives here.
Is that gold at the bottom of this? What is going on here?
It's a solid floor of gold at the bottom of this water. There's no steam. Don't worry about it.
Why would there be?
So, and by the way, that's like a hint to a future puzzle. The whole like gold not killing you when it's in water.
But how?
Well, you see, we're going to encounter El Dorado, quotation marks, which is, you know, a city that's completely flooded with liquid gold, and you're just like, I can't touch these streets of gold, I'll die. I know what I'll do.
But haven't we already gotten what we came here?
How do we get out, though?
The way we came in. I don't know.
But there's spiked walls in the way, my dude. Also, do you want to climb back through Russian mining camp with no ladders?
Well, we killed all of them.
There's no ladders, though. The only way to go is down.
Lara has clearly demonstrated her superior climbing abilities in the past. She can just climb up ice walls. Why does she need ladders?
Because now we know why there's no ice in the mine itself. Except for right here. Because it's all too close to the gold, except for right here. There's that ice wall of doom. There's so much ice. Why is there so much ice?
How can we shoot our harpoon gun at the ice to break it?
Nope. Ah! Now it looks like we'll have to go through the passages like good little game players.
Did that say Furnace of the Gods?
Yes, it did.
I wasn't sure if my eyes were deceiving me or not there.
I cannot confirm or deny if biblically God has a giant furnace of gold.
In Alaska, no less.
I think the only giant furnace of gold, like for gold, that mentioned would be the one that they threw the three eunuchs in Daniel.
Presumably not in Alaska either.
No, that was in Babylon. Which, I mean, you know, it's easy to make that mistake, but...
Yeah, you know. Mesopotamia, Alaska, they're basically the same thing, really.
When you think about it.
This looks like a good idea. Rip.
That was not a good idea. Maybe you should try the safe way down.
Well, I tried. I just did not roll in time.
How did they get that? How did they get that ladder there?
Careful construction.
Isn't this supposed to be naturally occur? I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
No, we've reached our El Dorado, city of literal gold.
Okay.
If you question it, you'll go mad. All right, so there's the ice reservoir there, which I don't know why that ice still exists, seeing how there's still too much kinetic energy in this cave. Oh, hi, Russians. Also, I have a grenade launcher now. So, it appears that we have found our city. You know, when my grandma sang, I want to walk the streets of gold, I don't think this is quite what she was getting at, but what do I know?
Doesn't seem like much of a city, if you ask me, but, you know.
Well, I mean, you try making a thriving economy that supports hundreds of thousands in a literal cave filled with liquid gold.
No.
No, you know what actually supposed to go in that right there to open the door?
Huh.
A single nugget of gold.
Gee, I wonder where we're gonna get that.
Well, I'm not going to put my hands in there, so I'll have to find something else to do. Boy. I do enjoy how they gruesomely, like, disassemble.
Yeah, they just split into, like, a bunch of different polygons.
It's pretty good.
It's like this old small soldiers fighting game thing that I used to have when I was a kid. Where because they were literal toys, when like one of the characters would die in a match, they would just like explode.
Gruesome.
Also, there was just small soldiers, like it let you create your own like small soldier toy creature thing, and like with its own abilities that were like based on other like the characters from the movie and stuff. It's a really weird game.
I appreciate that. Anyways, we solved the gold problem.
Oh, we filled it with water. Just magically.
Well, no, we pulled that lever, which opened the door in the ice reservoir. These harpoons existing is magic, yes. Fish. They were just hiding in the gold, waiting for their day.
Yeah, it's a goldfish.
All right, so, no, I refuse. So anyways, here's our nugget of gold. We pull one nugget of gold out of that writhing sea of rapidly cooling gold.
You'd think there would be quite a bit.
That's the one. That is the one that we're going to use. And then over here, there's like nothing. There's basically nothing over here. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss any like harpoons or anything, because that would be tragic. That I didn't have ammo for the least useful gun in the game. That is still too much gold.
Not enough gold, if you ask me.
Okay, so anyways, thankfully, all this water doesn't reach all the way up to that one door that we couldn't open earlier. So we'll just swim up to it. And how big was that gold nugget we picked up again? Was it this big?
I don't think it was.
Just making sure. Thankfully,
it's magic.
this opens up the door to the source of all the gold.
More gold?
Well, it all seems to be flowing out of this thing. It's fine.
Good.
It's not fine.
Again, shouldn't this all be, like, illuminated?
Only the skeleton is bioluminescent.
Like, this room should just be, like, completely bright.
Well, I see why they kept the gold mine here, even though everyone was dying. Because they found it. They found the volcano of infinite gold. And
Well,
I got owned.
Once again.
It's fine. I got it this time.
Do you? Do you really?
Yeah. It's fine. And then I get confused. Because, you know, here we go. It's fine. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Spencer, this is clearly about the end of the Furnace of the Gods, since we've now found the Furnace of the Gods, but you still haven't found your third secret. It's in a dumb place.
Is it in this room somewhere?
Yep. Oh, also I have one very aggressive looking ghost there.
Yeah, hang on. Those are ghosts again.
Maybe it's just a statue of a ghost. Because he's not moving.
But they're both ghosts.
It's probably fine, okay?
You said
Cut
they
out,
weren't
'cause-
ghosts anymore.
Well, I am now a ghost.
Okay, so where are we supposed to... Where are we trying to get to?
You need to light a flare to see this bloody ladder.
Good.
Because the literal river of dripping gold beside you is not enough to illuminate that ladder.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, should definitely be on fire. And also, we should also definitely be on fire.
Don't worry, liquid gold isn't that hot.
I don't believe you.
What's the melting point of gold?
Hold on, let me Google this. Let's just find out how screwed she should be at this exact moment.
1,064 degrees Celsius.
Everything should be on fire. Arguably, even the rock should be on fire.
Now, depending on what kind of rocks, the rocks do have pretty high melting points.
Not a lot of them are over 1,000, though. Okay, so we found it. We found the top of the volcano of literal gold. So, the first thing I'm going to do, of course, is throw myself off of the volcano of literal gold.
So one of the top Google result answers here. Can you melt gold? Oh, well.
Rip.
Thanks, Lara.
I went down the wrong side. Let's try this side.
Can you melt gold in a fire? And the answer is, reasonably, pure gold is too tough to melt with a fire, because it has a melting point of 1,945 degrees Fahrenheit, and the average cooking fire reaches approximately 650 to 700 degrees Fahrenheit. Just
So yeah, baking your gold's not going to work.
Just to illustrate the difference there.
Alright, so I got my gold skull boy. It was just sitting on the one shoulder I couldn't reach.
Fabulous.
Now we climb back up to the top of the volcano of gold, and you guess what we're going to do next? Throw ourselves straight in.
What else would we do?
I mean, presumably we would do not that, but apparently Lara is too awesome to not just throw herself into a volcano of literal gold.
Of course. She's Lara Croft, after all. She's in this for the thrill seeking.
Oh my gosh. Hey, at least I didn't miss any secrets this time. Trying to glitch my way up this volcano would be the absolute worst. Could be done, but the absolute worst. Alright, so we're back on top. So, time to throw ourselves right in. Hey, at least the inside of the volcano is luminescent.
How did they get a ladder on the side of the...
You know what? Don't even freaking worry about it.
1,064 degrees Celsius. But again, by the way.
I would like to also point out that her gloves, fingerless.
Presumably, this ladder is made of wood.
Yeah. Use all of her hands. Anyways, so it's all going out the top and not going down that extremely obvious drain.
Somehow.
Which is good, because there's more city down here. And it would be bad if it was flooded with gold.
How did they build this?
I told you that this expansion pack went places.
Did they use magic to build this entire city?
Can you prove otherwise?
I mean, I can't.
Oh, okay.
3 kilometers, 2 health packs, 60 saves.